I'm Donovan Darius. Welcome back to another episode of Maximize Your Potential. Today we have a guest, Miss Christina Williamson. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And so one of the most intriguing things that when I interview guests, I always look at their mission statement. I always look at what is it that inspires them. And I love what you had wrote when you kind of sent in a questionnaire, and it says you want to help people become more involved, inspired, and be influential. So if you tell me a little bit about why is that your mission, and how does that play out?
Absolutely. With the day and age we live in, where people prefer reality TV, there's so much on TV that's just reality. Right. And what I found is that people would rather watch reality TV instead of creating their own. And some of the challenges I found is that people would rather, they don't want to become involved. They don't want to become an active participant in their life because effort's required. I remember the first time I dropped out of college, and I remember looking at the story of Bill Gates. He dropped out of college and he became a millionaire. I was like, oh, I can do it too. Minus the time that went between and the effort and the work. And so really I want to help bridge that gap between what we say and our aspirations to what actually we do. And so when people get involved and become inspired and influential in their own lives, we start to see actually change occurring.
So that inspiration that you developed throughout your life brought you to developing a company that reaches out to, children, to teenagers, anyone who needs to be inspired, influenced, and want to be more involved in things. And so tell us a little bit about your company and what is it that you do.
So actually the name of the company is an acronym, and it's called the iWANNA Project. And the iWANNA is the acronym. It stands for Inner Wish and Nagging Aspirations. But what you see is that the N is missing, and that's defined by telling individuals until you become involved, till you become influential, we're not even complete. Right. And so with that, everyone has an inner wish and nagging aspiration. For me, I always wanted to be healthy. I always wanted to be an athlete. And so when I was 300 pounds and I was able to, that inner wish keeps nagging.
So you were 300 pounds at one time?
I know, I tried to slip that in there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I was 300 pounds just 5 years ago. I topped the scale at 296 pounds. And I was completely frustrated with the dying process, overwhelmed with it. And then when I uncovered 8 spiritual principles, I was able to really gain mastery over food and change my mindset and ultimately change my life. And so now I help other women do that, but I also help young adults with their inner wish and nagging aspirations, because losing weight, that was just my inner wish and nagging aspiration. And so that's how I apply it also.
And so I saw that you kind of had 5 mentalities that you feel that hold us back from that. If you don't mind sharing, what are those 5 mentalities? Because like yourself, there's many people of our viewers that's watching that it may not be weight for them. It could be, relationship. It could be just taking a step. It can be just getting out of the old and into the new. What are some of those 5 mentalities that you feel that hold us back?
One of the reasons why I think I'm an inspiration is because I failed so much, and I don't mind sharing those stories. And so, for example, I dropped out of college twice, and anything worth doing is worth doing well. And when I finally went back, I realized what it took for me to continue, and now I have my PhD. And so I was always one of my aspirations as well. Thank you. It was an inner wish. I wanted to have my PhD by 35. It was just, some people want to be married and have kids, or some people want to be in the NFL. Mine was to have my PhD. And to go from being a college dropout to having a PhD, I'm not an anomaly. I'm not some special creature. It literally is the mindsets that you're able to change. And so some of them are your past failures. When it came to going back to school, every time I approached the spring semester, I got this anxiety because that's when I dropped out, spring semester. And so every time, and so I end up having to do different things to keep me rooted and grounded in me achieving that. And then even with losing weight, same thing. So so with past experiences, that can keep you from pursuing success, emotional state as well. And those are a couple.
Yeah, so it just seems like anybody and everybody you encounter, you want to impact them in some way.
For sure.
And so when you think about the community, what are some of your favorite ways to get involved in the community?
Okay. So I'm actually a professor at the local college here, and one of the ways that I inspire them and get involved is that I actually have them recite every single class a little bit from Dr. Seuss, as well as something that I wrote called The Mantra. And there's a line from it, and it just says, that I wrote, and it says, "The success of my journey is not based on who I become, but who I inspire others to be." And if we each lived our lives like that, like, it's not about me.
Right.
Like, it's not about that I lost 136 pounds. It's not about that I have a PhD. Who else can I inspire? Who else can I say? Like, there were so many challenges and difficulties. That's another show for another day, for sure.
I totally agree, because again, I'm inspired, and all that we went through, and talking about the community. That's why what we do, with our Donna Medeiros Foundation, it's the same thing you said. It's using our platform to help encourage and bless others.
Yep.
Me going to the NFL, playing for 10 years, was all about helping my mom, helping my family, and then helping the community. And so it sounds like you're doing the same thing with your gifts, with your talents. And I just wanted to just say thank you. So if you can tell us, like you mentioned, it could take another show for us just to dig deep, because it seems like you were just so packed with just life and life traveled, and inspirations and stories and setbacks and challenge and overcome, that someone can just be inspired just by listening to you and just by being a part of what you are. And so if you don't mind, just tell us how we can get in contact with you. And
so if you want to reach out to me or you want to change, you can reach me at email or through email at change@christinawilliamson.org. That's change@christinawilliamson.org. Or you can call us at the office, area code 904-469-8416. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No, it's been a blessing. You've been awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing you run. I said my daughter run, you know what I'm saying, so she can learn from you.
It'll be good, I'm sure.
But thank you for everything you do. And I look forward to us doing some things together.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, there you have it. Here's another episode of Maximize Your Potential with Donna Medeiros. We have Miss Christina Williamson. She's doing amazing things, starting with herself as she pours out of herself, out of the overflow. And so I want to thank all the viewers for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode.